But, it shows us we got to we're looking forward to getting back into practice Monday and just get better. And I think it was a game also to just learn about adjusting to officials. Our kids, we want to play aggressive, but we just have to play cleaner. But like I said, it's a good win. Anytime you can win a close game and just get a W, we're happy about it.
Okay, questions for Elena and Nick? Elena, first time really out on a court since your injury last year. What was it like just finally being able to get back out there?
Yeah, I started the game off really nervous because it's been a year, but my teammates were just there helping me out, getting back. And then after the first 3 minutes, it was basketball again. I was glad to be back on the court.
Go ahead, Pete.
Isaac, how did you feel wearing DePaul's colors today?
Felt great. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to went on I want to get to the Big East tournament, play UConn in the last game. It felt like home for us.
I have a question for Elena. So you said that you just came back from an injury, and you were nervous at the start of the game. So what was kind of going through your mind as you were preparing yourself to take the court again?
I just kept telling myself I've been playing basketball since I was 5. It might have been a year off, but once I get out there, I'm gonna realize I've done this before.
Elena, 4 steals tonight. Just kind of talk about the effort you had defensively and how you thought kind of the team played defensively.
Yeah, our game plan is always just to pressure the ball, and I think that just came from that, our ball pressure, and then ball pressure is just our main thing, and I think that's how I got them steals and playing off the ball. If, Neek has good ball pressure, and I'm playing the second pass. It's all my teammates,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, Andy.
And then one for Isaac. Obviously efficient from behind the line today. Just talk about what you hope to bring to this team this year as you guys start to come together and win more games.
Just lighting it up every night. That's our goal. Get on the board, get the threes from the shooters that we need. I'm just excited to be here, happy to be here. Yeah.
Elena, what's the personality of this group this year?
I just think very caring. We have 5 core values of our team, and compassionate was the one that we all agreed that we do the best at. And our team is very caring, and we're there for each other every day.
Anything else? Okay, Elena, Nick, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, enjoy your day tomorrow. See you Monday.
Questions for Coach?
Jill, you mentioned in your opening statement when the game was being officiated, tighter, you kind of have to walk through different players. I understand you guys want to play physical, but is there a time, just as a coach, you have to pull back because of the way a game's being officiated?
Well, I don't think necessarily you have to pull back, but we have to be smarter and more disciplined with our hands. We felt like we could wear them down, and we knew they preferred to run sets, so we wanted to disrupt what they wanted to do. And this was a good game for us to understand you can't continue to reach. If it gets called, we want to play aggressive, we want to be physical, but we don't want to foul. We're not trying to foul people. So when we started to address that during the game, and then address it at halftime, and then in the third quarter, I just said, if we're going to reach, then I just have to sub you to just really try to learn the lesson. And I did think, today was a good opportunity, given it was an exhibition game, to try to learn the lesson that way, and not just, okay, go to a half-court man when you could see that we were going to wear them out, I didn't think we played that well offensively from the standpoint of having good spacing and moving the ball. We felt like we over-dribbled a little bit, and I think players they're all trying to make plays for good reasons for their teammates. But we didn't move the ball necessarily offensively like we wanted to. I think ultimately, though, Nick, our pressure is what gave us a few runs there late to give us the lead, you know. So I want to stay with it. I want our kids to just understand to just keep their hands off people. Yeah, Andy.
Coach, talk about Michelle's presence on this team and the energy she brings both in practice and in games.
Well, Michelle's an unbelievable young woman. She's a great individual. She's a great teammate. She brings energy. She comes to practice every day to just get better. We're a little thin, you know, in the post, especially, you know, Meg's been out. We've known that. We knew that. But I felt like Milwaukee was going to try to go at Michelle and make things difficult and so she has to learn just how to stay in the game. But what she brings as an individual, you know, and I don't know if you guys saw, she was just named the recipient of the Kay Yao Servant Leader Award for our team, and she's a great representative of Coach Yao. Coach Yao would be proud to have Michelle on her team. So she's going to be a very important piece for us moving forward, and she knows that. We basically were trying to give her about as many minutes as she can handle day in and day out. And I think she's been embracing the fact that she's in a position to really help this basketball team. And her last year of collegiate basketball, I think she's really excited about the opportunity she has. Along with her, I mean, Justice really gave us some really big minutes at times that we needed it. And Justice, you saw, she's physical, she's tough, and I thought really provided us some really important, solid minutes. Yeah, Peyton.
You were behind by 5 at halftime, and then you came out winning by 4. What did you say to them during halftime?
It's just about our defense and staying clean. And, you know, we got out to, I think it was 12-0 to start the game. And I don't know if we, you know, I don't know how that impacted us for sure, but it was just about reestablishing ourselves on the defensive end of the floor, but to do it cleanly, reestablish ourselves on the boards. Like, we got beat on the glass, and we know that's going to be a challenge area for us this year. But just trying to reestablish it. We have a little bit of a, you know, one of our in-game goals is to win the first 3 minutes. So, yes, the first 3 minutes of the game. It's first team ready on every baseline out of bounds play. It's first 3 minutes of the second half. So it's something we've been talking about, and we know the importance of it to start the second half. Whether you're up 5 or down 5, the first 3 minutes are always really important. So we just talked about the importance of that, and you know, we get excited when we get a steal and a score. We just have to be able to combine that with some better offense in the quarter court. But yeah.
Okay. So we saw some great stuff out there tonight. Looked very, very good. But my question is, how do you think this game set the tone for the rest of the season, especially without Kate Clark and Meg?
Well, I don't. I mean, we also had a close scrimmage against Wisconsin last week, so now our players have played two scrimmages. It's great, I think, that they've both been close games, and that our players have had that experience of playing in a close game. But we'll talk to them about, I mean, we'll got to get better next week, you know, and I'm glad we have a whole week of practice, and then we'll start talking about Valparaiso then. You know, as we head into that game. But I think what this game does for us is just gives us some lessons. I don't know if it sets the tone for the season. I think it certainly gave us some lessons about playing clean. You know, we had some different lineups in there because of the foul trouble. And then just figuring out how best to play with each other on the offensive end of the floor when you can't get anything going in transition, whether it's, you know, getting a rebound, starting transition, or getting a steal off our defense. So I'm confident that our players are going to come in Monday and be excited about getting better, and you know, we'll show them tape. But I'm glad we have another week of practice before we have to play our first real game.
You guys had a kind of off night shooting tonight, 5 for 18, but kept within both halves, 9 shots in each half. How do you and your staff encourage people to keep taking those shots even on a night where the shots aren't necessarily falling?
We want them to shoot them if they're open. So it's we're not going to tell someone to stop shooting just because they're 0 for whatever. So that's just part of our philosophy. And you know, it was really more the dribbling that was a little bit frustrating today than missing open shots. It was all the excessive dribbling that was a little bit harder to watch. But we're going to shoot it, you know. And what's nice on our team is we've got several players who can shoot threes. So maybe Ajanique wasn't shooting them that much against Wisconsin, and then she does that today. You know, Allie Tim, maybe better one day. I know she struggled a little bit today, but we're going to tell Allie Tim to shoot that 3 every time she's open. Yeah.
Coach, obviously no Devin Hagman today, and you talked about how she's going to be a huge part of the experienced guard depth on this team. What's her status right now?
Her status is she's working to get back. So we hope. I mean, there's not a timeline, specific timeline, but I hope she comes back fairly soon. She hasn't been in practice the past week or so, but I think she'll, you know, once she starts to get back, then she'll, you know, I don't know. I don't know what we got, Paul. I don't know what we you know.
She's out right now. She's gonna play this year.
Yeah, she's playing. I mean, she's coming back. She's going to be a huge piece to this team, but she's just got to work through her injury and then get back on the court. But I think she'll make a big difference for us. Yeah.
Jill, in terms of exhibition games, different coaches have different philosophies on what they want to get out. Not everybody runs their sets and that kind of thing. They let players go more than they would with fouls. Like, what do you hope to get out of exhibition games going into the game?
Yeah, so competitive play, which we definitely achieved. We had 2 very competitive games. And then the question specifically about the fouls, I really approached it more that I wanted them to learn that, you know, they get 2 quick fouls, they're going to probably sit until halftime, you know. And so I took that approach more when it came to fouls. I just don't. I wanted them to learn what it's going to be like in a real game and the importance of staying clean. And then to learn lessons, you know, and I think we've done that in both these games. And then sometimes you go into an exhibition game and you're thinking, well, I'm going to do whatever with our lineup. But then there comes a point in the game, so you want to win the game. And I definitely wanted to win the game, and I wanted our players to experience wins. So they had in both of these exhibition games, they really had to execute some things down the stretch in order to get a win. And I think that's a great lesson for them to learn for close games moving forward.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you.
All right, you guys, thank you for coming.